Imagine descending into a world unlike any other on Earth, a realm cloaked in perpetual darkness, crushed by unimaginable pressures, and shrouded in cold so deep it seeps into every fiber of a vessel's hull. This is the deep ocean, an expansive, hidden world that covers more than 2/3 of our planet's surface yet remains largely unexplored. Its vastness stretches beyond human experience, and its secrets are guarded by nature's most extreme conditions. To explore it is to confront some of the most daunting fact. Nearly 11,000 meters beneath the ocean's surface lies the Mariana Trench, the deepest known point in the Earth's oceans. At this staggering depth, pressure reaches over 1,000 times what we experience at sea level. To grasp the magnitude of this force, imagine holding a small coin in your hand and then envision stacking over 100 elephants on top of it, all pressing down simultaneously. This is the kind of pressure deep-sea submersibles and equipment must endure without being crushed. The engineering challenge is immense. Every material, every weld, every joint must be painstakingly designed to withstand these forces. Ordinary metals buckle and fracture, plastics collapse, and air pockets are obliterated instantly. Yet, despite these overwhelming pressures, life persists. Strange and resilient creatures have adapted to thrive here, their biology honed by millions of years in this extreme environment. Their very existence challenges our understanding of life's limits. Exploring such depths requires vessels like the Alvin or the Limiting Factor, which have been meticulously crafted with titanium spheres and pressure-resistant technology, allowing humans to peer into these abyssal depths safely. But even these marvels of engineering are rare, fragile, and extraordinarily costly to build and operate. Pressure is only one of many challenges. Light, the medium through which we understand much of the visible world, is all but absent. Beyond roughly 1,000 meters, sunlight cannot penetrate. The deep ocean is a world of total darkness, a blackness so complete that it can feel infinite. In this lightless expanse, the rules of sight and visibility change entirely. For humans and machines alike, this darkness complicates navigation and observation. To illuminate the surroundings, explorers rely on artificial light, powerful lamps that pierce the abyssal gloom. But these beams are both a blessing and a curse. While they reveal fascinating glimpses of deep-sea life, they can also disrupt the behavior of creatures evolved for darkness. Bioluminescent animals, which generate their own light, may be startled or confused, altering natural patterns and potentially causing stress or harm. The cold adds another layer of difficulty. At these depths, water temperatures hover just above freezing, typically between 2 to 4 degrees Celsius. Such cold is unforgiving to electronic systems, which can falter or shut down when battery efficiency drops and materials become brittle. Maintaining the functionality of complex instruments demands insulation and heating systems to stabilize temperatures inside submersibles and equipment. For human occupants, thermal protection is vital to prevent hypothermia during dives. This cold environment also affects the nature of sound and pressure waves, influencing sonar mapping and communication technologies used in deep-sea exploration. Navigating this alien environment is further complicated by the ocean's vastness and constant motion. The deep sea is not a static void but a dynamic world where currents, tides, and shifting layers of water create unpredictable conditions. A vessel must constantly adjust to remain stable, especially when attempting to study or collect samples. In precise locations, the sheer scale of the ocean presents logistical challenges. Finding points of interest on an expanse measured in millions of square kilometers, often with limited mapping data, is akin to searching for a needle in an underwater haystack. Historically, human curiosity about the ocean depths dates back centuries. Ancient mariners told tales of monstrous sea creatures lurking beneath the waves, and legends like the Kraken spoke to the ocean's mystery and power. Yet, it was not until the 20th century, with the advent of modern submarines and sonar technology, that we began to pierce the veil of darkness and pressure. The Tree's historic dive to the Mariana Trench in 1960 marked a milestone, proving it was possible to reach the ocean's greatest depths. Since then, advances have been slow but steady, each expedition unveiling new wonders, but also underscoring how little we truly know. But as our technology has evolved, so have we faced the stark realities of cost and complexity. The sophisticated vessels needed to withstand these extreme conditions come with price tags measured in tens of millions of dollars. Each mission requires a fleet of support ships, specialized crew, and extensive preparation. Funding deep-sea exploration competes with other scientific and societal priorities, often receiving less attention than the allure of space exploration or climate research. As a result, the ocean's depths remain one of the least explored frontiers on Earth. With only a fraction of the seafloor mapped in detail. Mapping itself is a monumental task. High-resolution sonar surveys reveal the contours of underwater mountains, trenches, and valleys, but these missions are slow and expensive. Satellite data provides broad strokes, but cannot capture the intricate landscapes that define deep-sea habitats. Without detailed maps, targeting exploration efforts and understanding ecosystem dynamics is a challenge, leaving vast areas in ignorance. The financial and technological barriers are intertwined, each influencing the other. Investment in new technologies, such as autonomous underwater vehicles (AUVs), offers hope for more cost-effective exploration, with machines capable of diving deeper, staying longer, and collecting data without risking human life. Innovations in materials science, battery technology, and sensor miniaturization continue to push boundaries. Yet these advances require sustained funding, research, and testing, creating a delicate balance between ambition and resources. Beyond these tangible challenges lies a more subtle, psychological dimension to our relationship with the deep ocean. The deep sea is a place both familiar and profoundly alien, a paradox that shapes human attitudes toward it. It is part of our planet, yet utterly removed from everyday experience. This dissonance triggers feelings of awe and unease, as the darkness and silence evoke the unknown and the unconscious. The ocean's depths have long been a metaphor for mystery, the hidden parts of ourselves and the world. This cultural backdrop colors how we approach exploration. Myths and legends imbue the deep ocean with a sense of wonder, but also caution. The fear of disturbing something ancient or unknown may unconsciously limit our desire to probe too deeply. There is a sense that some mysteries are precious precisely because they remain undiscovered, preserving a sense of magic in an increasingly transparent world. Human priorities also play a role. In a world filled with urgent challenges, from environmental crises to technological innovation, the deep ocean often sits low on the list of immediate concerns. Yet, it holds clues to climate processes, biodiversity, and Earth's history that could be vital to understanding our future. The tension between curiosity and practicality shapes funding, research focus, and public interest. Finally, exploration carries ethical and environmental responsibilities. The deep sea is a fragile environment with ecosystems that recover slowly, if at all, from disturbance. Mining, fishing, and pollution threaten to irreparably damage these habitats. Protecting the ocean's depths requires international cooperation, sustainable policies, and a respect for the intrinsic value of this mysterious realm. The choices we make today will determine whether the deep ocean remains a vibrant, living frontier or a damaged relic. The deep ocean, with its extreme conditions and profound mysteries, challenges us on every level: physically, technologically, psychologically, and ethically. It is a final frontier not only of geography but of human understanding and responsibility. Exploring it demands patience, humility, and reverence for a world that remains, for now, largely unknown. As we contemplate the vastness of the deep ocean, it's impossible not to appreciate how profoundly it shapes our planet's climate and ecosystems. The deep sea plays a critical role in regulating global temperatures and storing carbon dioxide. Acting as a massive, silent lung for the Earth, ocean currents circulate water from surface to depths and back again, redistributing heat and nutrients, thus supporting life across the globe. Yet, despite this vital role, the mechanisms of these deep ocean processes remain partly hidden, cloaked beneath layers of water and mystery. The pressure at these depths is relentless, pressing not only on machines and materials, but also on the very chemistry of seawater. At nearly 1,100 atmospheres in the Mariana Trench, water itself behaves differently, with molecules packed tightly, affecting how sound travels and how life processes unfold. Creatures adapted to this environment have evolved unique cellular structures and proteins that function under such intense pressure, offering insights into biology and chemistry far removed from terrestrial life. Scientific studies of deep-sea organisms have led to discoveries with potential applications in medicine and industry. For example, if enzymes from extremophiles organisms thriving in extreme conditions can function at low temperatures and high pressure, providing templates for developing new pharmaceuticals or industrial catalysts. The bioluminescence of deep-sea creatures, which produces light through chemical reactions, inspires research into natural lighting and imaging technologies. Exploration technologies have gradually improved, from the early bathyscaphs to today's advanced remotely operated vehicles ROVs and autonomous underwater vehicles AUVs. These unmanned submersibles allow researchers to explore the abyss for longer durations and in greater detail than ever before. The limiting factor, for instance, is a pioneering submersible capable of repeated dives to the deepest parts of the ocean, heralding a new era in hadal exploration. It features cutting-edge pressure-resistant materials, thrusters for precise maneuvering, and advanced sensor suites for imaging, sampling, and environmental monitoring. However, such technology is not yet commonplace. Only a few nations and organizations possess the resources and expertise to build and operate these vehicles. This creates an uneven landscape of ocean exploration, where vast swaths of the seafloor remain untouched simply because they are out of reach financially or logistically. The expense of launching and maintaining research vessels, combined with the high costs of specialized equipment and trained personnel, limits the frequency and scope of expeditions. Mapping the ocean floor remains a monumental challenge. Modern multi-beam sonar systems emit sound waves that bounce off the seafloor and return to receivers, enabling detailed mapping of underwater topography. These maps reveal underwater mountain ranges, canyons, and hydrothermal vent sites where heated water spews from the seafloor, supporting unique ecosystems based on chemosynthesis rather than sunlight. Discoveries of these vents in the late 1970s revolutionized our understanding of life's resilience and adaptability. Despite advances, less than 25% of the seafloor has been mapped in high resolution. Much of the deep ocean remains a shadowy expanse on charts, akin to the blank spaces on maps from centuries past, labeled "Here be dragons." This lack of detailed knowledge complicates efforts to study biodiversity, geology, and potential mineral resources, and hinders efforts to protect sensitive habitats. Delving deeper into the psychological aspect, the ocean's darkness and silence evoke profound feelings of isolation and the sublime. For those who have ventured into the depths, the experience can be both humbling and transformative. The weight of the environment presses not only on the body, but on the mind, confronting explorers with the vastness of nature and the smallness of human existence. Stories from deep-sea explorers often speak of a meditative quiet, a sense of detachment from the familiar world above, and an encounter with the unknown that challenges perceptions of reality. In these moments, the ocean feels less like a place and more like a state of being, a deep, immersive connection with Earth's hidden heart. Culturally, the ocean has long been a source of myths and metaphors. Ancient sailors feared it as a realm of monsters and gods, while modern imagination casts it as a final frontier, a symbol of mystery and potential. This symbolic weight influences how societies value or neglect ocean exploration, and how funding and policy decisions are made. As we advance technologically, there is a risk of losing the sense of wonder that comes with mystery. The oceans' unknowns have a profound psychological and cultural value, reminding humanity of its limits and inspiring humility. Preserving this balance between exploration and respect is a subtle but vital challenge. Environmental concerns add urgency and complexity. Deep-sea mining, a burgeoning industry targeting rare minerals vital for electronics and renewable energy technologies, threatens to disrupt fragile ecosystems. The seabed is home to slow-growing corals, sponges, and other organisms that form habitats over thousands of years. Disturbing these areas risks irreversible damage. Pollution, too, reaches the ocean's depths. Microplastics and chemical contaminants have been detected in deep-sea sediments and organisms, evidence that human impact is truly global. The deep ocean acts as a repository for waste and carbon, but the consequences of accumulating pollutants remain poorly understood. International governance frameworks, such as the United Nations Convention on the Law of the Sea (UNCLOS), aim to regulate activities in international waters, but enforcement is challenging. Cooperation among nations, scientists, and industry is essential to develop sustainable practices and protect deep-sea biodiversity. In embracing the challenge of the deep ocean, humanity stands at a crossroads. We have the tools to explore, understand, and potentially exploit this realm, but also the responsibility to do so ethically and sustainably. The ocean's depths call for curiosity, tempered by caution, ambition balanced with respect. Ultimately, the deep ocean remains a place of wonder, a testament to Earth's complexity and resilience, and a mirror reflecting humanity's capacity for discovery, stewardship, and awe. In the quiet solitude of the deep ocean, where sunlight never reaches and time seems to slow, life has carved out niches that are as surprising as they are fragile. Consider the remarkable ecosystems thriving around hydrothermal vents. These vents are natural underwater geysers, spewing mineral-rich, scalding water from deep within the Earth's crust. At first glance, such an environment seems utterly inhospitable: scorching heat, crushing pressure, and total darkness. Yet, these vents support vibrant communities of organisms unlike any found elsewhere. Tube worms, some reaching lengths of over 2 meters, anchor themselves to the vent walls, hosting symbiotic bacteria that convert chemicals like hydrogen sulfide into nourishment through chemosynthesis. Nearby, blind shrimp, clams, and giant crabs coexist, all adapted to this alien habitat. These ecosystems operate independently of sunlight, relying instead on the Earth's internal heat and chemistry. Their discovery in the late 1970s was a paradigm shift, showing that life could exist in conditions once thought impossible. Exploring such environments requires highly specialized equipment. Robotic vehicles, controlled remotely or programmed to navigate autonomously, carry cameras, sensors, and sampling tools deep into these underwater worlds. Operators aboard research vessels monitor every movement, commanding the machines to inch carefully across rocky terrain or peer into crevices. Each expedition is a delicate dance, balancing the desire for discovery with the need to avoid disturbing these vulnerable habitats. Yet, despite the marvels revealed, the deep ocean remains largely unexplored. Vast abyssal plains stretch for thousands of kilometers, largely uniform and seemingly barren, but still home to countless species adapted to scarce resources and the ever-present cold and pressure. Many deep-sea creatures are bioluminescent, producing their own light through chemical reactions, tiny living lanterns in a world of blackness. These lights serve to attract mates, lure prey, or deter predators, creating an ethereal underwater light show that few humans have witnessed firsthand. The psychological effect of such bioluminescence is profound. For explorers peering through their vehicle windows, the sudden glow of a creature's light in the abyss feels almost magical, a poignant reminder of life's persistence in even the harshest environments. It also underscores a broader theme of the deep ocean, the coexistence of stark danger and delicate beauty, of extreme conditions and fragile life. As technology advances, the possibility of extended human presence in the deep ocean grows. Concepts like underwater habitats or research stations promise new ways to study and experience this environment firsthand. Imagine living for days or weeks beneath the waves, observing marine life, conducting experiments, and expanding our understanding in real time. Yet, such visions remain futuristic and face enormous technical, financial, and physiological hurdles. Human physiology is not naturally suited to deep dives. Beyond pressure, factors like limited oxygen supply, nitrogen narcosis, and decompression sickness complicate human exploration. Even in pressurized vessels, prolonged exposure to the deep ocean's environment tests human endurance and resilience. Advances in life support systems, materials, and medical science are gradually extending the range and duration of manned missions, but these remain rare and carefully planned. Financial considerations shape much of what is possible. The high costs of building, maintaining, and operating deep-sea vehicles and research programs limit participation to a few well-funded institutions. Private companies, governments, and international consortia often collaborate, pooling resources and expertise. However, competing priorities and budget constraints mean that many promising projects never get off the ground. Funding also influences what areas receive attention. Regions rich in potential resources, such as polymetallic nodules containing cobalt, nickel, and rare earth elements, attract commercial interest and exploration licenses. Conversely, vast tracts of the ocean with unique biodiversity or geological features but no immediate economic value remain understudied. This creates tension between exploitation and conservation. The deep ocean offers resources critical for technology and green energy transitions, yet harvesting them risks damaging ecosystems that are poorly understood and slow to recover. This challenge highlights the need for sustainable approaches that balance human needs with environmental stewardship. Ethically, the deep ocean demands respect and caution. Its slow biological cycles, unique species, and crucial role in planetary health mean that careless actions could have far-reaching consequences. The precautionary principle, acting carefully in the face of uncertainty, increasingly embraced by scientists and policymakers. International agreements strive to establish protections and guidelines, but enforcement and compliance remain complex. From a cultural perspective, the deep ocean inspires wonder and creativity. Artists, writers, and filmmakers draw on its mysteries to evoke themes of the unknown, transformation, and connection to nature. This cultural resonance helps raise awareness and foster appreciation, essential for building public support for exploration and conservation. In moments of quiet reflection, the deep ocean invites us to consider our place within the natural world. It is a reminder of Earth's vastness and complexity, and of the limits of human knowledge. Yet, it also embodies potential, the possibility of new discoveries that could reshape our understanding of biology, geology, and climate. The ocean's depths remain a realm of paradox, at once hostile and nurturing, forbidding and beautiful, unknown and inviting. Exploring it is a journey not only across physical space, but into the depths of imagination, science, and ethics. It calls for curiosity balanced by humility, ambition tempered by care. As we listen to the gentle sounds of the sea, feel the pulse of waves and currents, and imagine descending into the silent abyss, we are reminded that exploration is a human story, one of courage, perseverance, and reverence for the world we inhabit. In the depths of the ocean, where human presence is scarce and conditions are extreme, time takes on a different meaning. Here, geological and biological processes unfold at a pace that challenges our usual sense of immediacy. The rocks that form underwater mountains rise over millions of years, sculpted by tectonic forces imperceptible to daily life. Similarly, the creatures inhabiting these depths live life cycles often measured in decades, centuries, or even longer. Many deep-sea corals grow just a few millimeters per year, slowly building complex reefs that serve as habitats for countless species. This slow rhythm teaches us patience, inviting a perspective that stretches beyond human lifespans. Exploration into this realm demands the same patience and respect. Unlike rapid surface expeditions, deep-sea missions require meticulous planning, long hours of observation, and the willingness to accept the unknown. The technology used, whether submersibles piloted by humans or autonomous robots, must operate flawlessly, as failures can mean losing expensive equipment or endangering lives. The human stories behind these missions reveal both triumph and humility. The pioneering dives of Jacques Piccard and Don Walsh in the bathyscaphe Trieste, reaching the Challenger Deep in 1960, marked a breakthrough, but also highlighted the enormity of the challenge. More recent explorers like Victor Vescovo have pushed boundaries further, completing multiple dives into the deepest trenches. These adventures combine scientific curiosity with courage, embodying the spirit of discovery that drives humanity forward. Yet, the deep ocean is not a place for reckless conquest. Every mission is a reminder of nature's power and the limits of our control. Unexpected currents, equipment malfunctions, and the sheer remoteness of the environment test even the most prepared teams. This respect for the ocean's forces is integral to ethical exploration. The ocean's depth also offers a profound metaphor for the unknown within ourselves. Just as vast expanses lie beneath the surface, so too do hidden layers of consciousness and emotion. The deep sea's darkness and silence invite introspection, a journey inward mirroring the physical journey downward. This duality between external exploration and inner reflection enriches the human experience of the ocean. In practical terms, studying the deep sea helps us understand climate change and its impacts. Deep waters store heat absorbed from the atmosphere and sequester carbon, influencing global temperature and weather patterns. Changes in ocean circulation can have cascading effects, affecting ecosystems and human societies. By probing these depths, scientists seek to unravel these complex interactions, contributing vital knowledge for environmental stewardship. Moreover, the ocean is a reservoir of biodiversity with potential benefits yet to be discovered. Organisms living under extreme conditions have evolved unique biochemistries that may hold keys to new medicines, materials, and technologies. The untapped genetic diversity of the deep sea represents a treasure trove for biotechnology, but accessing it responsibly requires balancing exploration with conservation. Sustainability is paramount. Deep-sea mining and resource extraction must be approached with caution, guided by robust scientific understanding and international cooperation. Protecting fragile habitats ensures that the ocean continues to provide ecological services essential for life on Earth. As technology progresses, new methods such as environmental DNA sampling and advanced imaging allow less intrusive ways to study marine life. These techniques help minimize human impact while maximizing scientific return, embodying a respectful approach to exploration. The narrative of deep-sea exploration is ongoing, woven from threads of wonder, science, and ethical responsibility. Each discovery deepens our appreciation of the ocean's complexity and the interconnectedness of life. It reminds us that, despite our advances, the planet holds vast mysteries that inspire humility and curiosity. As you listen to this story, imagine descending gently into the ocean's depths, surrounded by silent darkness and occasional flickers of bioluminescent light. Feel the immense pressure, the chill of cold water, and the awe-inspiring stillness. Know that this hidden world, while remote, is intimately connected to the life you live on the surface. The deep ocean beckons with promises of knowledge and the challenge of the unknown. It is a realm that teaches patience, respect, and wonder, qualities essential for navigating the complexities of our shared future on this blue planet. As we journey deeper into this watery abyss, it becomes clear that the ocean's mysteries aren't just scientific puzzles, but gateways to understanding the delicate balance of life on Earth. The deep ocean's ecosystems, though remote, are intricately connected to the surface world through complex food webs and chemical cycles. Organic matter from the sunlit upper layers slowly sinks as marine snow, nourishing creatures in the dark below. This steady rain of nutrients sustains life in a place where sunlight never reaches, linking the ocean's surface and depths. In a continuous cycle, this connection reminds us that human actions on land and at the ocean's surface ripple through these deep environments. Pollution, climate change, and overfishing disrupt the delicate equilibrium, threatening to unravel ecosystems that took millions of years to evolve. Even tiny changes can cascade, altering habitats and species populations in ways that are difficult to predict or reverse. The challenge of protecting the deep ocean is compounded by its vastness and inaccessibility. Conservation efforts must rely on international cooperation and innovative policies that account for the ocean's dynamic and interconnected nature. Marine protected areas are emerging as critical tools, safeguarding habitats from destructive activities and preserving biodiversity hotspots. However, enforcement remains difficult, requiring monitoring technologies and commitment from nations around the globe. Public awareness and education play vital roles. The more people understand the deep ocean's importance and fragility, the stronger the global will to protect it. Storytelling, art, and media help bridge the gap between distant marine realms and human experience, fostering empathy and stewardship. In this sense, exploration is not just about discovery, but about building relationships with the ocean, its creatures, and with each other. It invites us to rethink our role as custodians of the planet and to embrace a worldview that values interconnectedness and sustainability. Technological advances continue to open new possibilities. Emerging fields like deep-sea robotics, advanced sensors, and artificial intelligence enhance our capacity to study and monitor the ocean remotely. These tools reduce human risk and environmental impact, allowing longer and more detailed observations. Yet, technology is only part of the story. The human spirit, the curiosity, wonder, and respect for nature is what drives exploration forward. Deep ocean explorers often speak of a profound sense of humility in the face of the unknown, a recognition that the ocean's depths are as much a mirror of ourselves as they are a frontier of science. As the narrative unfolds, we are invited to imagine ourselves as part of this grand journey, connected through time and space to the oceans and the life they sustain. The deep sea challenges us to balance ambition with care, knowledge with mystery, and progress with preservation. As you drift with this story, let yourself feel the gentle ebb and flow of the ocean, the slow pulse of currents, and the quiet rhythm of deep-sea life. Let the mysteries of the abyss soothe your mind, inspiring calm and curiosity. The deep ocean remains a final frontier on Earth, a place of wonder, resilience, and profound beauty. Its depths hold secrets waiting patiently for us to discover, reminding us that some of the greatest adventures are those that teach us not only about the world, but about ourselves. As our exploration continues, it is impossible to overlook the quiet majesty of the deep-sea creatures themselves. Adapted over millions of years, these beings display forms and behaviors that seem almost otherworldly. The giant squid, elusive and rarely seen by humans, is one of the ocean's most fascinating residents. With eyes the size of dinner plates, perfectly suited to the darkness, it roams the abyss, a silent predator in the depths. Encounters with such creatures have fueled myths and legends, inspiring awe and wonder. In the twilight world of the deep ocean, bioluminescence serves as a language of light, a means of communication, camouflage, and survival. Flickering patterns, glowing lures, and sudden flashes light up the darkness like celestial bodies in a night sky. These displays create an ever-changing tapestry of light and shadow, both mesmerizing and mysterious, for an observer peering through. The viewport of a submersible. Witnessing this spectacle is like glimpsing a secret performance choreographed by evolution itself. The physical challenge of observing these animals is immense. Many are delicate, adapted to stable, high-pressure environments, and susceptible to damage from changes in temperature or pressure during sampling. Scientists have developed gentle methods for observation and collection, using specialized tools and remote cameras to minimize disturbance. Each successful study adds precious pieces to the puzzle of life in the deep sea. While the deep ocean seems remote and untouched, human impacts are increasingly evident. Plastic debris has been found even in the most isolated trenches, a sobering reminder of how far pollution travels. Chemical contaminants settle into sediments, and noise from ships and exploration vessels penetrates the silence, potentially affecting marine life. These impacts underscore the need for responsible stewardship and international cooperation to protect these fragile ecosystems. Environmental ethics in ocean exploration extend beyond conservation to questions about how humanity perceives and values nature. The ocean challenges us to move beyond viewing the environment merely as a resource toward recognizing intrinsic worth and interconnectedness. This shift is essential for developing policies and practices that ensure long-term sustainability. The future of deep-sea exploration promises exciting possibilities. Advances in underwater robotics, improved energy storage, and AI-driven data analysis will enable more extensive and detailed studies. Collaborative efforts across nations, disciplines, and sectors can accelerate discovery while promoting protection. As we reflect on this journey through the deep ocean's realms, we recognize that exploration is as much a story of human values as of scientific achievement. It invites us to listen deeply, act responsibly, and marvel continuously at the wonders of our planet. Now, as you gently relax, imagine the slow, rhythmic movement of the ocean around you, the soft glow of distant bioluminescent lights, and the vast silence enveloping the deep. Feel the calm embrace of this hidden world, inviting peaceful rest and deep reflection. The deep ocean's mysteries remain patiently waiting, an enduring testament to Earth's complexity and the enduring spirit of discovery. Imagine descending slowly beneath the shimmering surface of the ocean, where sunlight begins to fade and the world above grows distant and quiet. At first, the water is warm and bright, filled with dancing beams of light and the familiar sounds of waves and sea life. But as you sink deeper, a transformation occurs. The light dims gradually until it vanishes entirely, swallowed by the thickening blue-black water. You enter a realm of darkness so complete it can feel infinite, a place where the ocean's pressure presses in from all sides with a force that could cruise at depths near 11,000 meters, such as the Mariana Trench. Pressure reaches astonishing levels, over 1,000 times the atmospheric pressure we breathe at sea level. To put this in perspective, imagine being weighed down by the equivalent of more than 1,000 elephants stacked upon you. This crushing force isn't a distant danger. It is an ever-present reality that shapes every aspect of life and technology. Physical design of deep-sea vessels must be extraordinary to survive this environment. Engineers use thick titanium spheres to house human passengers because titanium offers strength and corrosion resistance. The spheres are small and compact to resist deformation, and every weld and joint undergo it. Despite the immense pressure, life thrives here. Microbes, fish, and invertebrates have evolved remarkable adaptations, from flexible cell membranes to pressure-stabilizing molecules. The biochemistry of these organisms defies what we once thought possible, expanding our understanding of biology. Besides pressure, darkness is the ocean's defining feature. Below about 1,000 meters, no sunlight penetrates these depths, and creatures rely on senses other than vision to navigate. Many deep-sea animals generate their own light through bioluminescence chemical reactions inside their bodies that produce eerie glows and flashes. This light can attract prey, communicate, or confuse predators in a dazzling underwater display for human explorers. This darkness requires artificial illumination. Powerful LED lamps cast narrow beams cutting through the black, revealing unfamiliar landscapes and creatures. But artificial light can disrupt delicate cold is another challenge. Water temperatures hover just above freezing, around to 2–4 degrees Celsius. This chill affects equipment function, as batteries drain faster and materials can become brittle. Thermal insulation and heating systems are essential, and navigating the deep ocean also demands overcoming currents and turbulence. Though the deep sea appears still, subtle currents and internal waves flow continuously, influenced by tides and distant storms. Piloting submersibles requires constant adjustments to maintain positive. Historically, these formidable physical conditions limited exploration. Early deep dives used simple weighted lines or crude submersibles, facing immense risk and uncertainty. It was only in the mid-20th century that innovations in materials, engineering, and sonar allow bathyscaphe trace descent in 1960 to the Challenger Deep demonstrated human capability to reach the planet's deepest point. This milestone was a triumph of science and engineering, but a day asterisk. Beneath the crushing pressure and eternal darkness, the ocean hides landscapes as dramatic and varied as those on land. Towering underwater mountains, known as seamounts, rise thousands of meters from the abyssal plains, their rugged slopes sculpted by volcanic activity and erosion. Deep trenches, like the Mariana, cut vast, shadowy chasms where tectonic plates converge and one slides beneath another in a slow geological dance. These features create a navigating these terrains requires precision and adaptability. Modern submersibles and remotely operated vehicles ROVs use sonar mapping and real-time imaging to see the environment, scanning ahead for obstacles or interesting features. This technology works by sending sound waves that bounce off the seafloor and objects, returning echoes that create detailed maps of the surroundings. However, sonar signals weaken with distance, and in the complex environment of trenches and canyons, echoes can be distorted. Max deep ocean's pressure, temperature, and darkness also influence sound propagation. In these depths, sound travels faster and farther than in air, but varying water densities and temperatures create layers and channels that bend and scatter sound waves. Understanding these acoustic properties is essential not only for navigation, but also for studying marine fauna. Particularly fascinating aspect of the deep sea, the way organisms have adapted sensory systems to this challenging environment. With limited light, many species rely on enhanced mechanoreception, sensing vibrations and pressure changes to detect movement nearby. Others have developed chemical senses, detecting minute traces of substances dissolved in the water, helping them locate food or mates in the vast. The adaptations of deep-sea life forms extend to their physical forms. Some fish possess elongated bodies and soft tissues that withstand the intense pressure without damage. Others have evolved unique reproductive strategies to increase the chance of encountering mates in an environment where individuals may be widely dispersed. For example, anglerfish males fuse permanently to females, becoming a living sperm supply in the vast exploration deep sea. However, financially, the costs of deep-sea exploration and potential mining ventures are enormous. Building vessels that can survive the pressure, developing sensors, and mounting expeditions require multi-million-dollar investments. Funding comes from governments, research institutions, and increasingly, private companies interested in resource exploitation. This complex funding landscape in contrast, the relative paucity of funding compared to space exploration often surprises people, given the vastness and mystery of the ocean. Yet, the ocean's depths are harder and more expensive to access, making exploration these hurdles. Progress continues. International collaborations, such as the Global Ocean Observing System, aim to improve data collection and share knowledge. Advances in autonomous underwater philosophy. The deep ocean challenges us to confront the limits of our knowledge and imagination. It symbolizes the unknown, the frontier beyond the familiar, and evokes feelings of awe and sometimes existential humility. Its darkness invite culturally, myths and stories about sea monsters, lost civilizations, and mysterious creatures reflect humanity's fascination and fear of the ocean's depths. These narratives shape how societies value and approach as we continue this journey. The deep ocean remains a realm of paradox, harsh yet beautiful, alien yet intimately connected to life on Earth. Its exploration is a testament to human curiosity. As we venture further into the depths, it's important to reflect on how the deep ocean shapes the global environment and, ultimately, our own existence. The ocean acts as Earth's largest climate regulator, absorbing vast amounts of heat and carbon dioxide from the atmosphere. This natural service moderates global temperatures and mitigates some effects of climate change, though the full consequences of this balancing act. Deep ocean stores about 90% of the planet's heat absorbed to greenhouse gas emissions, acting like a massive thermal reservoir. Deep currents, slow-moving conveyor belts transport this heat and carbon across vast distances and time scales, connecting polar regions with the tropics and cycling nutrients essential for life. Understanding these currents is crucial to predicting climate patterns and their future shifts. However, as the ocean absorbs more carbon, its chemistry changes. Ocean acidification, caused by dissolved carbon dioxide forming carbonic acid, threatens calcifying organisms like corals and shellfish. These changes ripple through marine food webs, with uncertain but potentially profound impacts. The deep ocean, with its slow-moving waters and sensitive acousticity, these processes demands sophisticated instrumentation. Deep-sea observatories, equipped with sensors for temperature, salinity, pH, and chemical composition, provide continuous data streams, revealing subtle changes over time. This long-term monitoring helps scientists detect trends and anomalies, informing models that forecast future scenarios. Yet, the enormity and complexity of the ocean present challenges. Data from isolated sensors must be integrated and interpreted in context, requiring international collaboration and advanced computational methods. Satellite observations, though invaluable for surface monitoring, cannot penetrate to the abyssal depths. High-live human dimension is also critical. Coastal communities depend on healthy oceans for food, livelihoods, and cultural identity. Changes in ocean health directly affect fisheries, weather patterns, and disaster resilience. Protecting the deep ocean thus aligns with broader goal. This connection underscores why deep-sea exploration is not just a scientific pursuit but a societal imperative. It reveals how intertwined our fate is with the ocean's health and resilience. On a more intimate level, the deep ocean evokes a profound sense of mystery and reverence. The silence and darkness encourage reflection on the unknown and our place in the universe. For those who have experienced deep dives, the sensation of being enveloped in a timeless, alien world leaves lasting through history. Humans have sought to understand and navigate the ocean's depths. From ancient mariners using stars and currents, to modern scientists deploying robots and satellites, this quest reflects an enduring curiosity and courage. Each technological advance, from the simple diving bell to the sophisticated bathyscaphe, represents a leap towards progress. Much remains unexplored. The vast majority of the seafloor lies unmapped in detail, and countless species await discovery. This frontier offers potential for scientific breakthroughs that could transform medicine, technology, and our understanding. However, exploring in the end, as the ocean's depths stretch endlessly before us, one cannot help but marvel at the delicate balance sustaining life in such an extreme environment. The creatures here, though adapted to unimaginable pressure and cold, depend on a fragile food web fueled largely by the remnants of life far above. This marine snow, a slow drizzle of organic particles, drifts down from the sunlit surface, carrying nutrients that sustain deep-sea communities. This slow rain of life connects the surface and deep in a continuous cycle, underscoring the interconnectedness of the ocean's layers. Even the tiniest plankton blooms near the surface can ripple down to affect creatures thousands of meters below, demonstrating the ocean's complex and beautiful interdependence. These connections is critical, especially in an age where climate change and human activity increasingly impact the oceans. Warming waters alter circulation patterns, while pollution and acidification threaten marine life at all depths. Protecting this hidden realm is not merely an act of exploration, itself is evolving, embracing new technologies to minimize environmental footprints. Autonomous underwater vehicles equipped with advanced sensors can traverse long distances, collecting data without disturbing habitats. Environmental DNA sampling allows scientists to detect species presence through genetic traces in water samples, offering non-invasive ways to monitor it. The ocean remains a place where technology meets mystery. Each expedition often reveals unexpected life forms or geological features, reminding us of nature's endless creativity and complexity. These discoveries inspire not only scientific inquiry, but also a deep emotional response. A mix of culturally. The deep sea resonates as a symbol of the unknown within ourselves. Its darkness mirrors the hidden parts of our psyche, and its vastness invites contemplation on existence, isolation, and unity. This poetic dimension adds depth to the scientific narrative, enriching our relation as the story of deep ocean exploration unfolds. It teaches us patience and respect, revealing a world that operates on different timescales and principles from our daily lives. It challenges us to know. Imagine yourself slowly descending into this serene abyss, enveloped by cool water and soft darkness. Notice the subtle flashes of bioluminescent creatures drifting nearby, their gentle glow casting patterns of light and shadow. Feel the quiet pulse of the ocean's currents, steady and timeless. Allow this peaceful vision to guide your breathing, relaxing your mind and body, carrying you gently toward rest. The deep ocean, with its enduring the deep ocean is not only a sanctuary for life, but also a storyteller etched in rock and sediment. Every layer of sediment on the seafloor, a page in Earth's history book, slowly accumulating over millennia. These sediments capture the rise and fall of ancient civilizations, climatic shifts, volcanic eruptions, and even mass extinctions. Scientists extract cores from the ocean floor to read this. For example, the Paleocene thermal maximum, a period of rapid warming some 55 million years ago, left traces in deep-sea sediments that help researchers understand current climate change trends. By studying these ancient layers, scientists gain insight into the pace and impact of environmental shifts. The ocean floor, also home to mysterious mineral deposits, including polymetallic nodules rich in cobalt, nickel, and rare earth elements, essential for modern technology. These nodules lie scattered across abyssal plains, slowly growing over millions of years. The prospect of mining these resources has sparked both on one hand, these minerals are crucial for batteries, electronics, and renewable energy technologies. On the other, mining risks damaging fragile ecosystems that are still poorly understood. Deep-sea habitats often recover very slowly from disturbances, sometimes taking centuries or longer. This tension highlights the need for careful assessment, international regulation, and responsible stewardship. Beyond minerals, the deep ocean offers potential cures for human ailments. Marine organisms produce unique biochemical compounds to survive extreme conditions: high pressure, low temperature, limited nutrients. These compounds are however, discovering these treasures requires meticulous exploration and sampling, alongside ethical considerations about biodiversity conservation and benefit sharing. The ocean's biological wealth reminds us that the greatest human exploration of the deep sea, while still in its infancy compared to space, has inspired profound cultural and philosophical reflections. The abyssal depths symbolize the ultimate frontier, a place that challenges our understanding and evokes both fear and fascination. The silence of the deep sea contrasts with the noisy human world, offering a unique environment for introspection. Many explorers speak of a meditative quality throughout history. Legends of sea monsters and lost cities captured human imagination, reflecting the mystery and danger associated with the deep ocean. Today, science gradually dispels myths while revealing new marvels, transforming fear into curiosity and respect. As you listen to this story, picture yourself gently drifting in a submersible, surrounded by soft, bioluminescent light and the quiet vastness of the abyss. Feel the slow rhythm of the ocean, the gentle pressure, and the profound stillness. Let this tranquil voyage soothe your mind and body, guiding you as we continue to explore this vast underwater world. It becomes clear that the deep ocean is a place where time itself seems to slow. Geological processes shape the seafloor over millions of years, and biological processes follow rhythms far removed from our daily lives. Many deep-sea creatures live long, slow lives, growing at a fraction of the pace of their shallow water counterparts. Some deep-sea corals can be hundreds or even thousands of years. The slow passage of time is reflected in the ocean's chemistry as well. Nutrients cycle through deep currents, and chemical reactions occur over extended periods, creating a delicate balance that sustains the ecosystems. Understanding these cycles requires patience and long-term observation, challenging scientists to develop innovative tools for human explorers. Adapting to this slow, alien world requires both technology and mindset. Unlike the fast-paced environment on land, the deep sea demands quiet observation, careful movement, and respect for the unknown. Submersibles move slowly and deliberately, scanning the surroundings. With contrast between human scale and the vastness of the ocean is humbling. The abyssal plains alone cover more than half of the Earth's surface, a nearly endless expanse of flat, silty seafloor. Within this expanse lie countless valleys, mountains, and trenches, many still unmapped and unexplored. It is a realm where each new expedition has the potential to uncover previously unknown species, geological formations, or phenomena. Historically, exploration of these depths has required remarkable ingenuity and perseverance. Early attempts in the 19th and early 20th centuries relied on weighted lines and basic diving bells, offering limited glimpses. The mid-20th century saw the development of more advanced submersibles capable of withstanding pressure and providing life support for humans, enabling deeper and longer dives. These technological leaps opened the door to discoveries that transformed marine science, revealing the complexity and diversity of life adapted to extreme conditions. They also raised questions about our responsibility to protect these fragile today. The challenge remains to balance curiosity with caution. As we push deeper and farther, we must ensure that our presence does not disrupt the delicate webs of life, or the geological processes that have unfolded over eons. This balance is essential for preserving as you relax and let your mind drift. With these words, imagine the gentle rocking of the submersible, the quiet hum of equipment, and the soft glow of distant bioluminescent creatures. Feel the cool water surrounding you. The steady press allow this serene journey through the deep ocean to ease your thoughts. And as our journey to the depths of the ocean slowly comes to a close, take a moment to reflect on the vastness and mystery that lie beneath the waves. The deep sea remains one of the last great frontiers on our planet, a place of silent beauty, endless wonder, and profound secrets waiting patiently to be uncovered. Though it challenges us with its darkness, crushing pressure, and icy chill, the deep ocean also invites us to slow down, to listen carefully, and to embrace the unknown with respect and humility. It reminds us that some mysteries are not meant to be rushed but savored, allowing our minds to wander gently through the quiet vastness. As you drift softly into sleep, let the ocean's timeless rhythm guide you. The steady pulse of currents, the gentle flickers of bioluminescent light, and the tranquil silence that envelops all beneath the surface. Know that this hidden world is alive, breathing slowly with the heartbeat of the earth itself. May this peaceful voyage inspire you to carry a sense of wonder and calm into your dreams, and awaken with a deeper appreciation for the incredible planet we call home. Good night, and may your dreams be as deep and serene as the ocean's endless depths.